everyone. This is the Channel Vision of China. How is it going today? Today we will talk about the topic of Huawei plans to launch first 6G products around 2030. Rotating chairman of Chinese telecom giant Huawei, Eric Xu, has teased a new book published by his company that says 6G will be ready by 2030. That's not an especially risky prediction, as new wireless generations tend to emerge at the start of each decade. Rather, this feels like Huawei, and by extension China, putting down a marker to the rest of the world on 6G. It's effectively saying we'll be going ahead as planned with 6G whether the rest of the world cooperates or not. Huawei will define 5.5G and research 6G at the same time in the next few years, and it is a test of the whole industry's imagination and creativity whether 6G can surpass 5G and 5.5G technologies. Xu is quoted as writing on Huawei's online community by Chinese government-controlled news site. Google Translate wasn't up to the challenge, so we'll just have to hope that translation is accurate. Tellingly, the Global Times piece then bangs on about what a great job Huawei has done of handling all the stuff the US has thrown at it. The US ban has hurt Huawei's business to some extent, but has not been able to hurt it fundamentally, it quotes independent analyst Xiang Ligong as saying in the piece. Backed by China's vast market, Huawei managed to maintain its capital, staff team, and research capabilities, which I believe will empower the company to push forward next-generation technologies and reinforce its lead in the global telecom industry. There doesn't seem to have been any talk of a standard split, but Xu did stress the danger of creating impediments to global cooperation. Whether the industries can achieve satisfying results in 6G development around 2030 largely depends on such factors as if the process of defining 6G is open enough, whether the participants are pluralistic, and if the communication is thorough enough, he's quoted as saying. Telecom veteran expert Fu Liang, interviewed by the Global Times, was less reticent. If political tensions worsen, it's also possible that 6G will have two sets of standards instead one like in the past, but of course that will increase the costs of connectivity and bring losses to global companies, he's quoted as saying. One probable innovation in 6G will be the basic radio wave technology, with Dr. Ronnie Hadani, Chief Scientific Officer at Cohere Technologies, keen on something called OTFS. 4G and 5G are both based on orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, OFDM, waveforms, he said in an emailed statement. However, 6G is going to require a waveform that offers better performance and supports extreme and high mobility scenarios, a problem identified by several standards bodies and forums. Subsequently, one of the first major specifications for 6G is likely to be that it uses orthogonal time frequency and space, OTFS, as the basis for a new waveform. OFTS's waveform is oblivious to distortion and therefore can offer much better performance and spectral efficiency. This will enable a whole range of high-mobility use cases already being associated with 6G. Sound good, although it should be noted the Cohere has been sniffing around this tech for some time. If we assume Hadani is right, might there be more than one way of going about OTFS? Or will there be some equivalent of the space race, with the first country to crack it claiming some kind of bragging rights over everyone else? It seems almost inevitable that 6G will be the most politicized mobile standard yet, but maybe that might also pull the US and China back from the brink in this new Cold War. Huawei chairman Su Zhijun announced that the Chinese telecom giant Huawei Technologies will launch its 6G networks in 2030, which is 50 times faster than 5G. Huawei's business performance this year has exceeded market expectations. In the first half of 2021, Huawei's sales revenues slumped by 29% on a yearly basis, but its net profit increased 9.8% compared with a 9.2% growth last year. The US ban has hurt Huawei's business to some extent, but has not been able to hurt it fundamentally. Backed by China's vast market, Huawei managed to maintain its capital, staff team, and research capabilities, which I believe will empower the company to push forward next-generation technologies and reinforce its lead in the global telecom industry, independent tech analyst Xiang Ligong told us. However, Su, as well as the experts, mentioned the shadow of geopolitical uncertainties hanging over the research and development of 6G technologies, as Huawei might still be excluded from overseas markets in 6G products. Huawei will define 5.5G and research 6G at the same time in the next few years, he wrote in a recent book preface. However, Su noted the shadow of geopolitical uncertainties hanging over the research and development of 6G technologies, as Huawei might still be excluded from overseas markets in 6G products. According to the article written by Su, 6G has a more complicated technology environment than 5G, with an impact likely to come from multiple technologies like cloud computing, blockchain, and big data. He disclosed that Huawei started investment in 6G research in 2017, when it was pushing 5G commercialization. For now, 6G is something for scientists and engineers to worry about, but if they get this right, we could be living in a truly connected world by the mid-2030s. Analysts said that though the US ban imposed a year ago on Wednesday caused some flesh wound, the company is well positioned to continue to lead in the coming 6G era. Although it is too early to predict the final form the 6G standard will take and which technologies will be included, there are some plausible assumptions about its capabilities and the challenges that operators, manufacturers, and researchers face. The Chinese government has already begun researching 6G technology. A report in CGTN said that Cui Baoguo, deputy dean of the School of Information at Tsinghua University, once predicted that 6G network speed could reach 1,000 gigabytes per second, with a delay of under 100 microseconds, 0.1 ms per second. The speed of 6G is 50 times that of 5G networks, and the delay is only 1/10 of the latter. 6G is far superior to 5G in terms of the peak rate, delay, traffic density, connection density, mobility, spectrum efficiency, and positioning capabilities. Thank you for watching our video. You can put your opinions in the comments below. We will keep on uploading new videos. So your subscribe and likes will encourage us to create new videos.